Oh, I got assignment in Spain, and that's where our third son was born. And we loved people, loved the area, and we noticed that a lot of people would buy things in Spain and then fly them back with them. Not necessarily even fancy things. It might be Ano de Pravia soap or Nenuco or something like that. So, in the meantime, our three sons, who are 3 years apart, and my wife Ruth decided we would do something together. And the obvious thing was Spain, because we loved Spain and we had lived there. So this was somewhat founded by jamón, because as you all know, jamón is really the central product of Spain. And when we looked into it, there was none in the U.S. And so we did some research and looked around the countryside, and eventually found a source. And they were willing to try to ship jamón to the U.S., but they weren't sure that it would work. So we went to the U.S. government, because the U.S. government was wondering what kind of a product was either. And eventually they allowed jamón serrano into the U.S. It's a country ham. And then the funny thing, we had a lot of response there, but then people wanted cinco jotas, or jamón serrano de bellota, jamón ibérico and we had to find it. See, the people who were buying serrano, they wanted more, and so they we looked around and we said, but we had to prove that people wanted it in the U.S. And so we set up a thing where if people want a jamón serrano bellota, they would give us a $200 deposit. And then whenever the ham came in, and we didn't know when, or even whether, then they would be the first to get it. So then we had around, I don't know, 100 or 200 people waiting.
Is that right? Wow.
And they never tasted it or anything, they just wanted it.
And would you say, Mr. Harris, were they originally from Spain, these people who wanted them?
I'd say probably 2/3 were, and then the others were gourmets in the U.S.
But how did you reach out to them? How did you find them?
Well, by the internet.
You did the internet that time,
because
yes.
every month we had other products, but I also would write some essay about parts of Spain, and so we were accumulating a pretty good audience of Spaniards. And so, and when they finally had enough of them saying they wanted us to import it, then we went to Spain to see who would risk this. And it turned out the first one was Fermin from La Alberca, which is a very old, do you know La Alberca at all? It's up in the mountains, and it's a very small town, but within it are these pigs. And the important thing here is, these are not just pigs.
Right.
They are special pigs who trace their lineage back to the cavemen.
Mm-hmm.
And so